Well, hello. I haven't been on for a while, so I want to give my 2 cents worth in on this whole impeachment. Now, for the longest time, the Republicans and the president's lawyers have indicated there is no evidence that he did any wrongdoing. That their Democrats have no evidence whatsoever that they don't even have a case. They even said, we want to call witnesses. We want to have them present their evidence. And then all of a sudden, the Democrats saying, okay, let's vote on it. So as soon as they vote, as soon as the vote comes, all of a sudden the GOP says, oh, no. We don't want witnesses. We don't want evidence. So we can just acquit this. So we can just get rid of it and go on with the 2020 election. So my thoughts are this, and maybe I'm alone on this, but I'm asking one question. If the Democrats have absolutely no evidence on the president, if there's nothing that could be politically damaging to the president or to the GOP, then why not just go, okay, what we'll do is this. We will allow the evidence to proceed. We will allow the witnesses to testify and then go on with it. But that's not how it worked. Yesterday, they came up with basically a party line vote. And that there were no witnesses allowed, no evidence presented. So what I'm hearing, and maybe I'm wrong, is this whole thing was a waste of taxpayers' money. That both parties decided, hey, guess what? We're just going to cause a lot of controversy where there is none. I'm sorry, but if it's my money, my taxes going towards this, look, I support the office of the presidency, whoever the president may be, whether it be Barack Obama or Donald J. Trump. If he did do something illegal, then bring the evidence, bring the witnesses. Was there something about the witnesses? Maybe questions you can and cannot ask? I thought in a court of law you were able to ask anything you wanted. Oh, wait a minute. This is a political thing. Well, I don't know about you, but for me, I would rather the president testify, Joe Biden testify, Hunter Biden testify, the whistleblower testify. I mean, if the whistleblower does not testify, isn't that considered hearsay? Even though they've got written statements? How do you go about not having the whistleblower testify? And if that's not the case, then my thoughts are, why don't they just allow this to proceed? What does the GOP have to hide? They say it would be politically damaging to the GOP. Does that mean that the Democrats had information that it could have implicated the president in a quid pro quo? Well, I thought Joe Biden did the exact same thing. A quid pro quo when he was vice president. And if that's the case, was this going to be politically damaging for both parties? Not just the Republican Party, not just the Democratic Party, but both parties. If that's the case, then we have a serious problem. Is that proving that our politicians are all corrupt? Is it proving that doesn't matter who the president is, who the vice president is, that a quid pro quo happens. You know, I don't know if I'm going to vote in this next election. I really don't. Because on one side, you got creepy Joe Biden, who they keep on showing him in the most compromising positions. Because it looks like, oh, he's around kids, and he's doing this, he's doing that. Oh, he's trying to cover up for his son. Oh, if this happens, then this happens, then this happens, then this happens. What is it? I mean, come on. Sorry, I'm trying to put my glove on my hand. It's a little cold out here in South Bend, Indiana. Yeah, South Bend. You know, Pete Buttigieg's backyard. What has he been doing? And for that matter, what about the candidates that are senators? Are they doing this so they can end this as quickly as possible so they can get back on the campaign trail? And maybe that's why the GOP voted the way they did? Wow. Boy, talk about everything being railroaded. That everything has to be done today. We better get it done now. If we don't get it done, this will happen, and that will happen. This will happen, that will happen. What is going on in Washington? Why is it all of a sudden we, the taxpayers, who is funding this whole sham, this whole scam, this whole, oh, well, we got to get the president out of the White House, even though we don't like him, we don't like the fact that the 2016 election, you know, he stole the election. We can't prove that he stole the election. Oh, no. We can't prove it. But we're going to say that he did. We're going to waste 2, 3, 4 years. Going to lead right up to the 2020 election. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick and tired of hearing both sides whine, bellyache, moan, groan, and complain. But when you actually ask, and it doesn't matter who it is asking, people ask for proof, ask for the evidence, ask for witnesses to testify. I mean, after all, don't you have a compulsory process to have witnesses in your favor? And the process of confronting those that accuse you? Or is this another hearsay case? If it's hearsay, they can't use it. And they know it. Because as soon as it starts and they say, objection, Your Honor, where's the evidence? Oh, that's right. There's no evidence because the GOP voted that down. Now, I am not a liberal. I am a conservative. People say, well, you support the president. I support the office, like I said. But what are we to do? Are we just going to have to accept what happened? Come on. I know I've been going round and round in circles on this. But the truth, well, the truth be known. Everyone's tired of it. Everyone's tired of hearing about the impeachment. No one really, I've heard people on there and they're arguing, oh, the president did this, and yet you have no evidence. Just, well, the evidence is insufficient, or, you know, not liking the president is not an impeachable offense, which is true. So what do we do? I have no answers. I'm just a YouTuber just like everyone else. But I'm tired of hearing all about this. I'm tired of hearing how the president has violated the Constitution. And yet, I can't find where he has actually violated the Constitution. What? Oh, he talked to the Ukrainians. Oh, well, he withheld funds. Really? 2 days later, it was released. on the day that they said they were going to release it. Wow. So he was actually following through with what we said we would do for the Ukrainians. But it's okay. It's all right. I mean, after all, because you hate this president, he has to go. Look, needle brains, morons, and that's on both sides. Do another vote on the witnesses and evidence. This time, allow it. This time, go, okay, let's present it. Unless, of course, there's something in the evidence that shows that Donald Trump did violate the law. And if that's the case, then just like any other accused person, if he is convicted, he accepts the punishment. And if it shows that he has not violated the law, that this whole thing is more about the 2016 election, then guess what? Get over it. Get over yourselves. And just go on with your jobs. Okay? Look, I could tell you that he's innocent, or I could tell you that he's guilty. But that's my opinion. And both sides have their opinions. But like a good poker player, when you bluff, you better be ready to have that bluff called. So now, is he guilty? Is he innocent? You know, I would say by next Friday at the latest, they'll do a vote for acquittal. Because unless they do another vote for the evidence and witnesses, Donald J. Trump will walk. Now, will he get reelected? Well, we'll find out about that soon enough. How many months do we have? We have about 10 months, give or take. So between now and then, probably we'll find out the truth. But the Democrats, unless something changes within the next few days, he'll be acquitted and they can't try to impeach him a second time. What's your take? Think he's innocent? Do you think he's guilty? Or do you really not give a crap? My thoughts? Let's go on with a trial the way it should be, not the way some want it. Get inside your heads. In the end, if you believe in a hereafter, if you believe in Judgment Day, we all face that, just like Donald Trump and the Democrats.